Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center coming at you from Blade Show 2022. I'm here with Eric Outer at the Bestech booth, and we've got a lot of stuff to kind of talk about today. So how are you, sir?
Awesome. David, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Always good to be here with you. The last time we saw you, we were at SHOT Show 2022 over in Las Vegas. Bestech had a number of brand new models coming out. Now, at the time, we took a look at this knife. This is the Syntax. This is an outside design, Todd knife and tool. Great designer, fantastic design. But at the time, this wasn't available. This knife is now available, and you carry this here in your store, right?
We do have it at the Knife Center. We've shown it on one of our new Knives of the Week videos. Encourage you, if you're new to the channel, make sure to tune in every Thursday for those. They're pretty fun.
Fantastic. Well, so you have one of these.
I have the other blade shaper right here.
A couple different variants, right? And the other thing that I like what Bestech is doing these days, they're actually bringing different steels into their budget lineup. This is part of their BG line. You have the BT line, which is premium. This is the BG line budget, but it doesn't mean it's cheap. Very nicely done with beautiful bicarta. In this particular case, 154 cm on this clip point design. You got a slightly different option here.
You've got the Sandvik 14C28N on the Thomas reverse Tonto blade shape.
I've heard that a couple of times.
A couple times here. I'm a big fan of both steels. Honestly, I'm even a bigger fan of the Sandvik here. Really fantastic material for use, really. It's good stuff.
So these are now available.
Yes, indeed.
So talking about outside designers, we have some special guests here today. You know what? Let's turn it over to Carlos. I think you guys are going to like this.
Hey guys, it's Carlos here at the Blade Show 2022 Bestech booth with DCA and another of two Polish guests that are going to be gracing this table today. This is Ostap Hel.
Hello guys, very nice to meet you.
Huge fan of Ostap. I mean, I'm a big fan of his knives. I've seen them on the KnifeCenter website, quite a bit. And I'm really excited to go ahead and talk about one of my favorites from his the Bestech line. It's called the Bouquet collection.
Yep.
I know that you've released a few. You have the Strellet based on the Bird of Paradise. You have the Ivy.
Yes.
And you have the Tulip.
Yep, the smallest one.
Yes, and that's been one of my favorites for the office. You guys have the non-locking and frame lock variants previously available in titanium with M390 steel. And I gotta tell you guys, these things have been fantastic. Yes, very, very small, but an amazing package. And what happens, that's part of the BT line. And a lot of people are like, well, what about the BG line? What about the value that it brings to the table? Well, you know what? They answered the call with the BG line version of the actual Tulip. And this has G10 rather than titanium. And instead of the M390, they went with Sandvik 14C28N steel to keep it at a value perspective, but still give you that really good performance. So now, not only do you have a G10 variant, but now you have 3 official locks in this line. You have a frame lock with the BT line, you have the non-locking version of the BT line, and then now you have the liner lock version of the BG line. So I'm really excited for that. Two colors of G10 on there. You have a color variant on the back spacer. So in this case, you have black with the blue standard G10. There's also a pink, I guess a pink
real tulip color.
Yeah, right. And black back spacer. And there's also actually a black variant with a red back spacer as well.
Always a good pop next to the black.
Very, very nice. Red just
Nice
has
contrast
that
and
pop. Definitely. So I'm really happy that this came out because this is honestly one of my favorite office knives, and it's based on that kind of Kiridashi style.
yes, with a straight edge and right for small tasks.
Great for using the tip, scoring, all of that sort of thing. Yeah,
Opening the package,
yeah,
the
just
cartons and stuff.
Definitely.
fantastic utility knife.
And this is the Tulip actually from Bestech Knives and the BG line.
Yes.
So we've also got a couple more knives here that were previously part of, or are currently, I should say, part of the BT line that you guys are thinking about looking at the possibilities of bringing down to the BG line, correct?
Yeah, correct. To reach the more customers on the market, we are thinking about making those very pretty popular models of BT line in a BG line with a G10 and Sandvik or maybe D2 steels with different combos. Yeah, that's the plan for the nearest future.
And I gotta ask, because I love this knife right here. It's just so different and so kind of fun. What was the inspiration for this design?
Oh, it's a bouquet line. So the inspiration was a flower, a plant called Strelitzia regina, and the flower, which is opens not in a full way, but in a 90 degrees direction only.
Okay.
And that's how this knife was inspired by it. It opens only in 90 degrees direction, not the full one. And I decided to make it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this.
really cool. Yeah,
you.
I had no idea it was a. I guess that's the name of it is the flower or the
Yeah,
plant.
Strelitzia and the Strelitz. So I've reduced the Latin name to make it more comfortable to use.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Learn
that's how
something
it
new
comes.
every day.
So the Strelitz is also based on geometry. I really like geometry in my designs, and the whole concept is based on radiuses and circles. You will see that over here or somewhere there, and you will check the few main circles is the base of the knife, and smallest one is like an addition to the whole design. So it's like a curvy line for a bouquet lines. That's the goal for me to make the more curves, more arcs, and more circles in the whole, like also in Ivy.
Never good with front flippers. You folks know this. No worries.
Same here, curved lines, arcs everywhere. That's the concept of the whole flower line, because I didn't see the straight and square plans yet, so.
And that's it. Like even on this, there's not a single straight line
Yeah.
anywhere. Maybe right here. That's about
just
it.
For
Yeah, yeah.
technological issues for jimping to
Right.
make it nice and crispy, but yeah, curves everywhere.
Very nice.
Everything just flows so well in that knife. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like an ivy, going up on a wall or a tree.
Indeed. Except this is the kind of ivy you want hanging around.
Exactly.
Very cool. Ostap, thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
And now I think we're going to talk to the second of our Polish guests here in just a moment. All right, now we are here with, I'm going to pronounce it correctly, Grzegorz Grabarski,
Yes, sir.
also known as Kombou, because that's a lot easier for us Americans to pronounce. One of Bestech's fantastic designers, and you've got a couple things to show us today, don't you?
Yes. What's up, guys? I would like to show you two of my last designs made by Bestech. They will be available very soon. So the first one is the Fairchild. This is the biggest knife I've ever designed. This version is hand-wrapped satin on blade and nice golden anodization. It works on ball bearings and it's a huge knife.
Yeah, it's got a good feel in the hand, and that blade just, it makes you want to cut something.
Yes, sir.
Get after it. Blade steel on this is probably what, 20 CV or?
S35 VM.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and the name Fairchild was after the flying boxcar plane.
Okay, yeah.
The torpedo-shaped plane, so that was the spark to design this big knife.
I'm guessing it's kind of like 3 3/4 of an inch,
Yes.
more or less. Yeah,
Around that, it's pretty huge. You
it's
know?
nice, solid folder, and you're gonna have fancier versions like this one, some a little more kind of rugged.
We have full gray stonewash, more EDC, and as usual, Bestech make a variety of
Yeah, of course.
choices. So
Yeah. No, it feels really cool. Definitely an impressive piece when you pull that out of the pocket.
yes.
All right.
Okay.
What's next?
And the second one is my most important design, the Bouvaya. And this knife actually was the first knife I've ever designed. So it's the same time the oldest and the newest
Right.
knife. So the name Bouvaya is means crocodile in Filipino language. And what I can say about this knife, what's unique is this grind made on CNC, you know. And the steel on this knife is M390.
Definitely a lot of style going on there. I like this little piece right here, this little milled piece. So you could use that as
absolutely.
a thumb opener.
You can spidey flick.
You do the you do that thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I actually got it on the first try. Very nice.
Great.
Very interesting. So you, obviously you lose a little bit in slicing, or potentially that little step up right there, but
Yes.
man, the look of it is
But it's something
fantastic.
different, you know,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. Great little shape. I like that.
Thank you.
It's very organic. It's almost like leaves here on the, like leaves on a tree in a way there. Yeah, titanium frame lock flipper, lots of style. What's not to love? Very nice.
This is the prototype of crossbar lock knife made by Bestech. It's already in production. It's very fidget friendly, so yeah, and also it has a reversible pocket clip for lefties. So I hope you'll like it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more companies using this lock style, of course. And I gotta say, you guys, this is just a prototype.
Yes.
But the action on it already is absolutely fantastic. It feels phenomenal. And I like the shape too. Like obviously you've got the stylish aspects going on here to make it a little more interesting. But the shape just overall is super solid. Very, very useful for one of those great EDC knives, I think. You can get right up behind the edge, cut really nicely, great blade shape, great geometry. What's the name of this knife?
It's no.
Doesn't have a name yet?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We will see.
So that's exciting. They're doing the first production right now, so hopefully we'll see this before too long. I'm really excited by it.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Very, very cool. All right, and last but not least, we're back here with Eric for one more surprise before we head out. And as always, the fixed blades always get pushed to the end of the videos, even though they're my favorite.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm a fixed blade guy. I'm a hard use fixed blade guy. So, well, here's the interesting thing. Bestech, not known for fixed blades. They have a couple. They're actually looking to expand. I have had the wonderful opportunity, and you know what? Getting to know Kombou has been absolutely amazing, working with people across the globe. That is one thing about Bestech. They really are a global company. So from their Chinese manufacturing through all of the different materials they're using from across the globe, their designers from Poland, and well, I get the opportunity now to aid in that. This is the Horizon fixed blade. When I first started my warranty service work with Bestech, I actually got to drawing knives right away, saying I should take advantage of this situation and start submitting designs. So I did this right away in combination with Kombou. So what you see here is a design between the two of us. It's my overall blade shape and sort of hard use mentality with Kombou's finesse, fine lines, and attention to detail. So that's exactly what you have here. So again, this is the Horizon prototype.
Prototype stage right now. Obviously, we've got a couple here. What kind of materials are you looking for this? Like, where do you want this to live, basically?
I know what you're saying, and we're actually coming to a philosophical point right now because we need to make those decisions. My opinion, the price is really going to dictate what this knife does in the market. Where Bestech really at this point is trying to get more into the fixed blade market, we need to be very careful. We need to get this into people's hands. And with all the great options that are out there, and especially with hard use US manufacturers, it really will be a decision for the consumer. So we need this to fall in a quality price point that makes it competitive with competitive materials. This current version, just as a prototype, D2 with G10. What we're really talking about now, what's the final steel going to be and what's the final handle materials, but thinking about that price point and where it's going to fall.
Sure.
So a lot of important decisions still to come.
Well, the design feels good. It's got an interesting, nice feel in the hand there, especially in the pinch grip. That's quite nice on that. What's that, about 5.5-inch blade?
Yeah, exactly, yep. Quality field knife, a little bit of a tactical flair. You know, but generally for me, it's woodscraft, it's firecraft, a little bit of bushcraft. So that's my typical style, but I wanted it to be very universal, and I think we pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, I tend to always think of like a quote-unquote survival knife as kind of that cross between the tactical and the outdoor stuff.
Yes.
It's something that kind of blends those two a little bit, and I think that kind of lives in a good space right there.
I'm actually really happy with it. I'm happy with the grind lines. I'm happy with the thickness behind the edge. It's a great slicer, and I've put this to really hard use and gave it a real quality field test to make sure it was going to be durable and have all the design elements. So nice stout tip, you know, capable of doing some push cuts if you want. And, you know, at the same time, nice ergonomic handle, but it's still got that Kombou flavor, which I love.
Yeah. And did you say there was a name for this yet, or are you still working on it?
The Horizon.
The Horizon.
And
Very
actually,
cool.
it came from the fact that I started working with Bestech, and for me, it was a new horizon.
There you
so
go.
That's
Nice.
where it came from.
Always good to have a name with some meaning behind it, too.
That's right. That's right. So,
Excellent.
well, David, man, I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time to show this stuff to us. We'll make sure to send you or put a link in the description of this video to take you over to our Bestech page. If any of this stuff is available for pre-order or anything yet, you'll find it there. If not, keep an eye out for it and keep sticking around for some more great Blade Show coverage.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you very much.